Okay, so now we have learned all of the conic sections. We have the circle and its equation. We have the ellipse and its equation. Make sure you're copying down these equations. You have the hyperbola, both hyperbolas. One where it's horizontally opening and where it's vertically opening, and the equations that go with it. And then you have a parabola, our two parabola equations, which we learned today. So which conic is it? If only one variable is squared, that means you have a parabola. Now, if both variables are squared, then you have to look at some different things. If the coefficients are the same, that means you have a circle. If the coefficients are different and the signs are the same, then you have an ellipse. And if the coefficients are different and the signs are different, that means you have a hyperbola. Okay, what can I eliminate?
Different coefficient. Square. Circle.
Yep, okay, I can eliminate circle. Why? Yep, this 4 and this is a 1. Those are different. I can eliminate hyperbola. Why? They have the same sign. This is a positive 4 and this is a positive 1. So it's not a hyperbola. Why can I eliminate parabola? Yep, both of them are squared. So it's not an ellipse. It's not a parabola. So it is an ellipse. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the standard format. So what I'm going to do is complete the square. I'm going to put the x's together. And I'm going to put the y's together. And I'll put the 189 on the other side, making it a negative 189. Before I can complete the square, though, I need to divide these both by 4. So 4 is on the outside, and I'm left with x squared minus 12x plus this. All right, so we're going to complete the square. 4 is on the outside. What is half of 12? 6. Square it. What's 6 squared? 36. All right, we'll do this side. What's half of 14? 7. Square it. So I'm going to add 49 to both sides. Now, I'm not going to add 36 to both sides. I'm going to add 4 times 36 to the other side. 4 times 36 is 144. Now, you're going to combine all of these to get 4. We're almost to our equation of the ellipse. What I need to do now is divide everything by a 4. So my final answer, those cancel, it's just 1. So it'll be x minus 6 squared plus y minus 7 squared over 4 equals 1. That is your equation of the ellipse. If you wanted to graph it, it's at 6, 7. So I'll say it's about right here. This is a 1, so you would go left and right 1. This is a 4, so the square root of 4 is 2. Your graph would look something like that. That is an ellipse. All right, let's try another one. Which one can you eliminate and why? Okay, I can eliminate parabola because they're both squared. These are both squared. What else can I eliminate? Hyperbola, why? Yep, this is positive and this one's positive. So it's not a hyperbola. Is it an ellipse? No. Why not? Yep, the coefficients are the same. They're both 1. So guys, that means this is a circle. So you guys will have to complete the square with the circle. All right, let's try this one. What is this one? It's a parabola. Why? Yep, only one of them has a squared, so I know it's a parabola. All right, so I'm going to do this one with you guys. We're going to complete the square. So this will be x squared minus 18x The x's are together. And if you remember, the equation for the parabola that we just learned was x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. I need to get it into this format. That means this y term, everything else needs to go on the other side. So this will be negative 6y minus 99. Okay, now I need to complete the square over here. What's half of 18? 9 squared, you get 81. So I'm going to add 81 to both sides. So I get negative 6y. This and this together is negative 18. And I can factor out a 6, a negative 6. So this will be negative 6y plus 3. And now it's in the proper format. The p-value is negative, so I know this will face down. So my vertex is at 9, negative 3. So if I were to graph it, 9, negative 3 is about right here. It'll face down. And to find your p-value, it's 4p equals negative 6. So divide by 4. This simplifies to negative 3 halves, which is negative 1.5. So I go 1.5 up this way. That's my directrix. 1.5 down. That's my focus. This is 81. All right, which one is this one, guys? It is hyperbola. It's definitely not parabola because both of them are squared. It's not ellipse because they're different signs. One is negative and the other one is positive. Positive. And it's definitely not a circle because the coefficients are different. So that is a hyperbola. Okay, so the hyperbola, I'm going to put the y in the front since it's positive. And this will go with it, the negative 54y minus x squared plus 8x equals negative 56. Okay, I just grouped my y's together, my x's together, and I put the number on the other side. So we have to complete the square. So I need to divide both of these by a 9. So 9 is on the outside. I'm left with y squared minus 6y. Over here, I don't want a negative x squared, so I'm going to pull out a negative, and I'm left with x squared minus 8x equals negative 56. Okay, if I were to factor this 9 back in, I'll get what I started out with. If I factor this negative or multiply this negative 1 back in, I'll get what I started out with. Okay, now let's go ahead and complete the square. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do what's half of 6? 3. And 3 squared is 9, so this will put a plus 9 right here. Minus, and we got to complete this square. X minus, what's half of 8? 4, square it, you get 16. Okay, so that means I'm going to add 9 times 9 is 81, so I'm going to add an 81 to this side. And negative 1 times 16 is negative 16. So I'm going to subtract 16 from this side. So can you guys put this in your calculator? Let me know what that equals. 9, perfect. So what I'm going to do is divide all of these by 9. So I'm going to get y minus 3 squared. I don't know what happened to my squared. Minus x minus 4 squared over 9 equals 1. That is my formula.